Shahram Akbarzadeh is a professor of Middle East politics at Deakin University. He joins us now from Melbourne, Australia. Really good to have you back with us, Professor. As we await the release of these Israeli hostages' bodies, we know that the ceasefire between Hamas and Israel continues to hold, albeit on shaky ground. It's supposed to last until March the 1st. So that's when the second phase is supposed to take place. But we know negotiations for the second part of that deal have been stalled, largely held up by the Israelis. What's your expectation about the second phase? Do you think it will take place as scheduled?
Yes, well, thanks for having me. I think it's very clear that the Israeli hard right is being difficult, making the continuation of negotiation um, a, a red line for Netanyahu. In fact, they have threatened to leave the coalition government. That's why Netanyahu has been hamstrung in a way in pursuing the negotiation for phase two. But we have also noted that President Trump is pushing for peace and peace talks to continue. He wants to present himself as a deal maker. So Netanyahu has to make a call here, and I think he has favored the Washington's agenda of pursuing negotiations in phase two, and perhaps risk a crisis in his government.
As you say, Donald Trump has been pushing for an end to Israel's war on Gaza, but he's also floated and doubled down on what many see as a controversial proposal for Gaza, and that's essentially depopulating the enclave, seizing control of it and rebuilding it, while also refusing the right of return for Palestinians who've called Gaza home for generations. Surely that's not helpful in terms of achieving a longer lasting peace in Gaza.
No, it is not helpful for a lasting peace in Gaza or in the region. In fact, it's very dangerous to be even talking about forced relocation of population under occupation. It's illegal, it's immoral. And we have seen that Arab states in the region have all rejected the idea of forced relocation and depopulating Gaza Strip. But Trump has a history of coming up with outlandish ideas and proclamations, and it may just be his way of trying to force Arab states to take a more active role in finding a solution and reconstructing Gaza. Um, if that is the case, it is a very misguided approach because it has really undermined international law and undermined the US's credibility in the region even further as an impartial arbitrator.
Yes, and we know in response to Trump's proposal, several Arab states have scrambled to come up with an alternative proposal. We know Egypt supposedly has one in the works. But when it comes to Arab unity on the Palestinian issues, I know many Palestinians have accused Arab states of abandoning their cause, especially as they sign up to Donald Trump's Abraham Accords, which normalizes relations with Israel. What is your view on unity among Arab states? Do you think that we'll finally see them rally behind the Palestinians as many had hoped they would?
Well, you're quite right. Arab states had hoped, many Arab states had hoped that the Palestinian issue would be quietly pushed to the side as they tried to normalize relationship with Israel. UAE, for example, had already signed the Abraham Accord. Saudi Arabia was signaling that they would sign a Abraham Accord and normalize relations with Israel. But as the events in the past year and a half has shown, Arab public opinion is very much behind the Palestinians. And that is significant. And Arab states cannot ignore public opinion and the desire of their own population. And as a result, they have all come to the rally behind the banner of Palestine. And they are not asking for anything radical, really. They're asking for Palestinian self-determination and the eventually ultimate creation of a Palestinian state. It's not a radical concept.
Okay, Professor Shahram Akbarzadeh, we'll have to leave it there, but it's always really good to get your thoughts. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.